This video is an anomaly. What's going on, guys? I'm Chris, and welcome back to another video. Happy Friday. Today is a weird day because I live in Georgia, down south in the US, and it snowed all day. Well, what happens when you live in a city that's not really equipped for the snow? Sometimes the power goes out, and I was in the middle of filming a Blu-ray collection video in this very seat when the power went out, and I realized, I'm not going to be able to get this video out today. So instead, pivoting, and I'm going to be posting a clip from my recent live stream that I did this week. Every week I try to do a live Q&A where we hang out, talk movies and shows, and this past week, to end the stream, an interesting question was posed asking, is hype ruining movies? And I clipped that. This is going to be today's video. I had to pivot. This is an anomaly because normally I wouldn't post clips, but if you guys like this, maybe I can post more clips from my live streams in the future. This is also giving you a sneak peek of what my Blu-ray collection is going to look like. I'll be holding up movies just like this. This is the movie I was on when the power went out. So I had made a lot of progress, and then the power went kaput, and I was like, I need to probably take a break and resume filming this tomorrow. So yeah, I am looking forward to that video. It's going to be out this weekend. I always have fun with the Blu-ray collection. This year I'm doing it the old-fashioned way where I hold them up instead of just pulling them off and showing you guys like the spines and the cover real quick. I'm actually holding the movies, pulling them all off the shelf, so it's a bit more personable. So be on the lookout for that video, but this is a clip talking about, is hype ruining movies? I hope you guys enjoy. Hit that like button, subscribe to that notification bell, and stay warm out there if you live anywhere in this winter storm. Crazy things are happening in the world right now, so stay safe, stay warm, and I'll see you in the clip. Do you think hype is somewhat ruining movies? This is a good question to maybe end the stream on. I think hype can ruin movies. And I do think there's an unrealistic expectation set for a lot of movies nowadays for it to be the best thing ever. A lot of that comes post, people would argue post Endgame. I would argue post No Way Home. I think No Way Home is more responsible for it than anything. And I love No Way Home, but, a lot of, I mean, look at like the Karate Kid pulling a No Way Home and Jurassic pulling a No Way Home, right? Where you reunite eras of the original Jurassic Park characters with the new, and it's like everyone trying to capture that, the legacy with the new characters that we've come to love. Like No Way Home kind of started that trend in a way. I think hype isn't ruining movies, but I do think a lot of times on social media, like I said, there's specifically in the comic book genre more than any other genre, there's so much hype and talk about projects like, for example, Doomsday and Secret Wars, monumental expectations. People already have monumental expectations for Superman. If you go back to 2000, that's not there. So I don't know. It is definitely affecting things. I also think that there's hype men for things, which maybe ruins things more than the actual hype. I obviously am hyped for Stranger Things 5. I hope I'm not overhyping myself. But I would be honest with myself and you watching if I didn't like it. And it would hurt like hell, but I would not sit here and lie saying Stranger Things is the greatest thing ever if it isn't. There are people who will lie, though. And I think that's part of the problem with hype and unrealistic expectations is people get opportunities to go do things and then aren't necessarily honest about their experience with the movie. And that can lead to false hype. I'm mainly thinking of The Flash when I say that. A lot of people got to go see that movie way early. I think the movie came out in June. People went and saw it in April and spread the word. Oh my God, it's the greatest thing ever. People were just lying, I think. And that was kind of the real moment where I was like, whoa, comic book movies are being really, really hyped up and almost to an unrealistic extent. Like every movie that comes out now too is like big movies that comes out. You just go to Twitter that night and there's 30 tweets about how it's a masterpiece or the greatest movie ever made. And that is a problem. That's a problem. Masterpiece shouldn't be used that often. And that's used a lot on Twitter. So yeah, I do think there's unrealistic expectations. I think hype ruins people's expectations. That's why I've really tried to distance myself from the early reaction buzz to every movie, because every single movie that comes out will have rave reviews immediately. Early, a lot of people with the intention of trying to get recognized by the studio and retweeted. I'm not even kidding when I say that. So, or get put on a poster or in a trailer or quoted. And that's real. That's real. Like, I'm not making that up. That's real. So Yeah, I used to, I think, what, 2021, I used to like tweet things out. I did it in like 2022, which I'm annoyed that I even ever did that. I used to like tweet a reaction after a movie. I'm not a Twitter guy. I'm not a Twitter guy. I never will be. I use it for news. I monitor. I monitor on Twitter. I don't tweet. I'm glad I don't tweet. I don't gain anything from tweeting. I don't I don't I don't do Twitter. I watch. I watch in the dark. I'm always watching, but I'm not tweeting. So yeah, that's my 2 cents on that. Hype ruining movies. Hype men ruining movies, maybe. Hype ruining expectations. A lot of this is newer though. There used to not be such massive hype. I remember growing up, like Pirates of the Caribbean 3. I was so stoked for it, but I didn't have 30 people on my phone every day on Twitter giving me their 2 cents on why the movie's going to suck or why it's going to be the greatest thing ever. I just went in and watched it and formed my own opinion. And so I think that hype is ruining movies, but I also think people, we almost live in an era of overexposure to other people's opinions on media, which is never something that I think was designed. The world was never designed to be that way. Like, I don't need to know what some random person from Utah thinks about Deadpool and Wolverine and why it sucks, or why this person thinks it's the best thing since sliced bread. So that kind of, it plays a weird role in it too. So I don't know. It's all strange. It's a new era, and hype is hype is something, you know. Like I think I get hyped for things. I'm hyped for Stranger Things. I'm hyped for the final episode of Cobra Kai. I'm not hyped for everything though. I'm excited. I'm ready, but hype, you know, not everything has to be an event. Not everything has to be an event. I would love for that to be the case, and I eat it up and get it. Like Deadpool and Wolverine felt special to me. No Way Home felt special to me. But to expect that of, I'm not giving the movies I'm about to list off a pass, by the way, but like to expect that of Quantumania, to expect that of the Marvels, it's unrealistic and it's BS, frankly. And so yeah, I worry. I worry. Here's my thing, and then I'll end the stream probably. I worry that with Stranger Things season 5, a lot of people are going to say it was overhyped. Oh, it was overhyped. They didn't kill anyone. It was overhyped. But these people aren't actually fans of the show. These are just people who are going to use that for clicks, use that for attention, and that's just a fear of mine. You know, I think Game of Thrones season 8 had tons of hype. I was hyped for it, and it didn't deliver. But I do think that comes back to unrealistic expectations were created prior to release, because the cast literally said we filmed a night battle for 48 nights. And it's like the biggest battle we ever see. It's better than anything from Lord of the Rings. Makes that look like child's play. I'm like, oh my God, we're about to witness some, like, saying things like that, setting yourself up for failure. And what the Stranger Things cast has done well is they don't say things like that. They're like, it's bonkers, it's crazy, it's the biggest season yet. But they're not like, oh my God, it's going to make Dear Billy look like freaking a cartoon. Like, it's going to blow the piggyback out of the freaking water, dude. No one's out here saying that. And so that's why I think they've done well. So big takeaway here, hype. It's good to be hyped about things. It's good to be excited about things, but not everything has to be hyped up so much that it creates an unrealistic set of expectations that then results in disappointment when it was unfair to begin with. So that's my rant on hype.